Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code1 Digest. Today in this video, we will learn how to create a bookstore microservices in Node.js with MongoDB. Yes friend, we'll be using Node.js modules, Node.js packages like Express, Mongoose, etc. And I'll explain you all these important packages used in this application. I'll also show you the step-by-step code to create microservices in Node.js, and you will be able to create microservices with MongoDB in 10 minutes. Yes, friend. So stay tuned and watch this video till end. It is going to be very exciting and informative tutorial today. There is a lot of learning involved in this video today.
He has an agenda.
Friends, so here is the agenda of this tutorial today. I'll give you introduction of project, what application I'm going to build today. Then we'll understand the packages like Express, Mongoose, UUID, body parser, etc. Then I'll show you the code implementation of routes component, controller component, service component, repository component, data models, and app server component. So I will show you the code implementation of all of this. You can follow me step by step. You will be able to create your own microservice by following me in this video. Then at the end, we will be running the microservices and we will be testing all those endpoints, how to get data, how to insert data, how to update data into MongoDB through microservices, and how to delete data into MongoDB through microservices. So all of that we'll do in this tutorial today. So stay tuned and watch this video till end. It is going to be very exciting. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code1 Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code1 Digest family. Thank you.
All right, let's get started.
Okay friends, so here are some prerequisites for this tutorial today. You should have a Node.js, you should have a MongoDB, you should have a MongoDB Compass, that is a MongoDB UI tool to see the data into Mongo database. Then it's good to have Postman API development and testing tool where we can test our endpoints. And also an editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code, and these are the version of all these applications that I'm using. You can try to use the latest version. These are the software what I'm going to use in this tutorial today. Right friends? Many people wants to learn Node.js and wants to develop microservices in Node.js with MongoDB, and this tutorial is exactly for them. We will be learning how can you create production ready microservices using Express package in Node, how to create routes, how to write a controller component, how to write a service component, how can we connect to MongoDB. So all of that is going to be covered in this tutorial, and it is going to be very informative for you guys. Using this tutorial, you will be able to write production ready microservices using Node.js and MongoDB. Right? Okay friends, so now let's understand some of the modules or packages that I'm using in the microservices. So the very first and important package that I'm using is Express. Express is a Node.js web application framework that provides broad features for building web and mobile applications. It is used to build a single page, multi-page and hybrid web applications. It is a layer built on top of Node.js framework that helps manage server and routes. Then second package is the Mongoose. Mongoose is a Node.js based object data modeling library for MongoDB. It is like object relation mapping tool like Hibernate we use for RDBMS. Same way we are using Mongoose here. Mongoose allows developers to enforce a specific schema at the application layer. We define the schema in our data models, and then we use those schemas to perform the CRUD operations. Body parser. Body parser passes an HTTP request body, specifically in the context of post, patch, put HTTP request, where the information is contained in the body. Body parser allows you to access request data It also helps in passing the database URLs. UUID. UUID is another package that will install to generate a 16-byte unique values, and this value we will be using as a primary key for our data. Right, friends? So these are some important modules or packages that I am going to use in my application.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Okay, friends. So now let's understand what we are trying to achieve today in this tutorial. So if you see, this big box is a node server environment, and this green color box at the center is our book microservice application. And this book microservice application will be connecting to a MongoDB, and it will have a book database with books collection. The internal of book microservices are, we have multiple modules in the book application. At low level, we can see inside the book application, we have routes, we have controllers, we have service, we have repository, and few more components, few more modules. So the user request comes to our routes, and because we are defining the routes here, all our endpoints are defined in the routes module. Then routes redirect that request to a controller layer. Controller layer passes the request to a service layer, right? We will be writing a service layer, and service layer is interacting with a repository layer. So in repository layer, we are defining how to add object, how to get all object, how to get object by unique ID, and so on. So all of those methods will be defining in the repository layer, and service layer will be calling the repository layer method, repository layer function to perform operation on MongoDB. So we'll see how we are stitching all these components in Node.js. I will show you the code example of all these components. I hope the flow is clear with you, how the request will be processed through all these components, and finally the response will be sent back to the user. Repository layer will also interact with the data model. We have defined the data model using Mongoose, and Mongoose will have a schema. So whatever operation will perform on that schema will be action in MongoDB. Let me take you to the code and show you all these components. Friends, I'll conclude this video here. The code implementation I'll be covering in the next video. Okay, so let me show you what I'm going to cover in the next video. Friends, in the next video, I'm going to cover the code implementation of microservices in Node.js, code implementation of module like routes, controller, service, repository, database models, and app. And then we'll running the microservice and testing the microservices. So in these parts, we have covered all the theory of Node.js microservices plus MongoDB. In the part 2, in a video 2, we'll be doing pure coding. So go and watch the part 2 in this playlist. The link is there on your screen. All the coding and implementation will be covered in this part 2. Part 1 is the pure theory. Part 2 is going to be pure coding exercise where we'll be writing the code in Node.js to create microservices. So do not miss to watch part 2. Please go and watch the part 2 to complete your understanding about Node.js microservices. Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications, and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners, and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents, so please help me growing the Code1 Digest family. Please subscribe to Code1 Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.